So here we are, all fueled up, all the preliminaries done. Nice weather to fly in. The Vimy is about to take off. Excellent, very exciting.
On Saturday, the 14th of June, 1919, Alcock pushed the throttle on the twin Rolls-Royce Eagle engines and powered the Vimy into the sky.
And so the Vimy takes to the skies. It may look fragile and archaic today, but back in 1919, this was cutting-edge technology.
Laden with 865 gallons of fuel, sandwiches and beer, the plane only just lifted off the ground. Alcock turned the Vimy and headed out over the Atlantic for Europe, 1,890 miles away. In the open cockpit, the crew were exposed to the noise of the engines and the full force of the elements. Flying as high as 12,000 feet, they had to wear electrically heated suits to keep themselves warm.
Early on, they lost radio contact. They hit fog and sleet, and for 4 hours the aircraft was covered with a sheet of ice. At one point, they flew into such a heavy cloud that Alcock completely lost his bearings. The plane went into a spinning nosedive and only straightened up 50 feet above the sea. Brown said later, it appeared as if we could stretch downwards and almost touch the great whitecaps that crested the surface.
It was an epic flight. On the 15th of June, 1919, after 16 hours of flying, much of it through the night, Alcock and Brown crossed the coast of Ireland. They brought the plane down on what they thought was a field. It turned out to be a bog.
It wasn't the most elegant of landings, but they'd made it. To the small crowd of locals who greeted them, Alcock announced, "Yesterday, I was in America." I'm the first person in Europe who can say that.
On June the 14th, 1919, man was Admiral of the Ocean Air.
5 days later, Winston Churchill presented Alcock and Brown with the £10,000 prize. They were the first people to fly non-stop across the Atlantic. The nation was ecstatic. On a triumphant tour of London, crowds mobbed the two heroes. But there was a third British hero, the Vimy, the aircraft that made it all possible. It would be 8 years before another aircraft crossed the Atlantic, and another 20 before the first commercial flight. But the Vickers Vimy had paved the way. The Vimy was the crowning achievement of a decade of triumph and tragedy. For the first time, large numbers of people got to handle powerful machines. The destructive power of some of them unleashed unprecedented horrors. But in the hands of the people, the latest mechanical wonders also promised a world of new opportunities. The century of the machine was underway.